Good morning and welcome back to Strive Academy's virtual STEAM activities. Sadly, this is our very last video that we're going to be doing for these virtual STEAM activities. But pay attention because in the next few weeks we're going to announce something really big, something we've been working really hard on. We're really excited to launch. So keep following us on Facebook and check out our website at www.striveacademy.org. And you can see what big things we have coming up. Today's activity is called Can You Fit Through an Index Card? And for the supplies today, it's super easy. All that you need are some 3x5 note cards, 4x6 works fine too, any size, and scissors. Okay, technically you only need one, but this activity might take you a few times to get it perfected. So you might want to have a little stack of them if possible. And then you can go to our website as always and download the directions and the engineering design process again at www.striveacademy.org. So the question today that we are trying to figure out is how can I fit through this index card? That's kind of a weird question, right? Like, how do I fit through this index card? Well, I'm going to show you a way that you can make this one index card not only big enough for you to fit through, but for multiple people to fit through. And I used to do this as a challenge in my science class sometimes. And with a 4x6 note card, one time we got 20-something students through it. So it's really cool, super fun. So that's what you're answering for your hypothesis is, how can I make this into something I can fit through, and it all has to stay in one piece. I can't like snip pieces off. It all has to stay in one piece, okay? And then you're gonna sketch a design of how you think you're gonna do it. And when you're ready, here's how you're gonna do it. So you're gonna take your note card, and by the way, it doesn't matter if it's lined or unlined, and you're gonna fold it in half lengthwise. We call that hot dog style in our house. Okay, so you're gonna focus right now on the folded edge. Okay, so it opens. So this is my open edge over here. I'm gonna make a couple cuts on the folded edge. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a cut about 1/4 inch from each edge, and I'm gonna cut almost down to the end, but not quite. So see how I have this little piece hanging? I wanna actually snip this off, but I want to cut as close to the end as I can, and I'm going to do that down on this side too. Oh, I didn't do a very good job of that. Okay, we'll just pretend like that didn't happen, and you don't want to do what I just did. Okay, so now I have two little pieces on the end that I have snipped but not cut all the way off because we'll ignore the one that I cut off. Okay, now what I'm going to do is alternating cuts from, so we just did the folded side on one end. I just cut there. Now I'm going to alternate with the unfolded side and the folded side all the way down my note card, about 1/4 inch in between. So for example, I just cut on the folded edge side, as you can see. So now I'm going to cut on the unfolded edge side. And again, I'm cutting almost to the end, but not quite. And then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to make a cut on the folded edge side, almost all the way down, but not quite. And I'm going to turn it over and make a cut on the unfolded side, almost down, but not quite. And I'm going to continue to do that until I get all the way through my note card. So you certainly don't have to measure, how far apart your cuts are. I'll give you a hint. The closer or farther away your cuts are from each other determines the size of this loop that we're going to have at the end that we can fit through. So you'll have to think about, if I want to make a bigger loop to fit through, or maybe for more people to fit through even, do I want my cuts closer together or farther apart? And that'll be something that you'll have to think of. That's one of our extensions to try. Okay. So now that I've cut all the way down, but haven't cut anything off, I'm going to open it up. Okay. So I'm going to kind of spread the two sides apart, and I get something that looks like this. Okay, now I don't want to cut anything around the edges, but I do need to snip through the middle to open this up. So I'm going to kind of keep my edge at this end, and I'm going to take my scissors and ignore that and cut down the middle to separate these, but I'm not going to cut the one at the other end. So you can see I've got these, they're connected on these ends, and now I can open it up. Okay, can I fit? I definitely can fit my head through. Okay, you could, depending on how big your note card was, and you know, if it's a child, you could certainly try to fit your whole body through this. And I would challenge you to maybe even fit more than one child through this. So what you want to do is just have someone hold it open, and you can put it over them, or they can step in. So for the observations today, you're going to draw a picture of what your finished loop looks like. And then under results, you're going to record how many people you get in your loop, or if you get yourself in the loop, or you might do this multiple times. So you might base it off of the size of the note card and how many people you get in your loop. Under analysis questions, you're going to answer what was the most difficult part. Okay, obviously for me it was cutting because I messed that up. And how do you think you could redo the activity and fit even more people through the index card? And my hint, as I said before, is it has to do with how close or far apart your snips are. And so you have to think about if you want to make them closer or farther apart for that. And then extensions would be to try the variable of the cuts. So go back and do it again on another note card and make your cuts closer or farther apart. And then you can also try the variable of different size note cards. You could try a smaller note card, you could try a 4x6, you could try an even bigger one if you had that. So we can't wait to see what you come up with. Please post your pictures on our Facebook page and tag us with the hashtag STEAMmustDrive. We have loved every single minute of interacting with you and having you watch our videos and participating with us. It's been so fun to connect with people from all over the country and all over the world. It's definitely been really engaging for us and kind of opened up this whole new door of this virtual audience, and we loved it. And that has led us into our next path. So be on the lookout, pay attention. We've got some exciting stuff coming at Strive Academy, and we can't wait for you to ride along with us. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you soon.